knockouts against Art Tucker, who doesn't have a bad record at 23-1 with 15 knockouts. And Tucker feels that tonight could be his moment in the sun.
Art Tucker doesn't want to be a barometer on how other heavyweights are measured. He wants to win and get a big money fight. It's not that he hasn't won. He's got 20 wins, like this one over Eddie Gonzalez. But he's lost the important matches to the likes of Riddick Bowe and Tim Witherspoon. J.B. Williamson found out that this 33-year-old could punch. That's a message Art hopes to deliver to the hard-charging Tommy Morrison tonight. It's another chance for Tucker, perhaps his last. And he says he's physically and mentally ready, and he knows exactly what he's facing.
Well, Tommy Morrison's Tommy Morrison. It's not, he can't change. He can't change his style. He got to come at you. He got to throw a left hook. He got to duck them jabs and right hands. And, you know, in my touch is when he ducking, every time he duck, he run into something. And I'll stop him ducking after that.
And here is a look at Tommy Morrison now, the other half of tonight's encounter. He had a win just a few weeks ago up at Ledyard, Connecticut on the reservation against Kemuel Odom, and he does take a step up tonight to fight Art Tucker, who at the very least will come in here in good shape. Morrison could have his work cut out.
Tommy Morrison is not a fluke, not a great white hope, whatever that really is. He's a very good heavyweight who's working at making things better. He's beaten the ex-named journeyman like James Quick Tillis, and then after a devastating loss to Ray Mercer, he beat an outmatched Bobby Quarry as a confidence builder. But along the way, in 31 pro wins, he's shown that few hit harder. And he's also shown that veteran survivors like Kemuel Odom don't survive very well against him. Tommy the Duke is on the road back, and it includes a fight a month against better opposition each time out. A tried and true method that was interrupted first by a movie role, then by Ray Mercer. This time, he'd like to see it through for a title, but first, he draws a bead on Art Tucker.
I think he's the type of guy that hopefully will come and fight me, but I think that he'll try to run, and once I take him down off his toes with some good body shots, I think he'll be right there, be very stationary, and I think that'll be the end.
Well, that's the game plan for Tommy Morrison, and here's a man who aims to make that game plan something other than what Morrison figures it will be. He had a win in his last fight, too. So Art Tucker comes in here thinking, I'm going to win this. I'm not just going to be an opponent. And now let's talk about how each man is going to win this.
For Morrison, Art Tucker's right. He's got to get inside the jab, and yeah, he's right. He's got to work that double left hook to the body and the head. He's been doing it very well. Tucker can't just land a jab there. It has to be a hard jab to push Morrison back on his heels. Don't leave the right hand hanging out there, because if it does, you know what's coming over that. One of the quickest left hooks in the heavyweight division.
All right, what's left then is to get on with it. To do that, here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, in association with the undisputed, undefeated King of Beer, Budweiser, presents the featured bout of the evening. This contest is sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr., Chairman Jerry Gormley, Board members Gary Shaw and Richard Harrison, Deputy Commissioners Lawrence Wallace and R. Yogi Hiltner. The scoring will be done by 3 judges assigned at ringside. They are John Riley, Frank J. Cairo, and Rocky Castellani. Physicians in attendance, Dr. Howard Taylor, Dr. Charles Wilson, and Dr. Dominic Coletta Jr. The timekeepers, Arthur Spell, and alternate referee Frank Cappuccino will count for the knockdown seconds. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Harrah's, Atlantic City, let's get ready to rumble! 10 rounds of boxing. This is in the heavyweight division. The referee for this contest is Rudy Battle. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with black trim, he weighs 221 pounds. From Newark, New Jersey, he brings a professional record of 20 victories, 3 defeats, and 1 draw. 15 of those 20 victories by KO. Ladies and gentlemen, Art Tucker! And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, his opponent, wearing the stars and stripes and weighing in at 221 pounds. He's from Kansas City and brings an excellent professional record of 31 victories with 27 KOs, only 1 defeat. Introducing Tommy the Duke Morrison.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll both receive your pre-fight instructions. I want a clean break at all times. Let's have a nice, clean fight. Good luck to both of you. Let's touch gloves. Touch it.
So there's a look at Art Tucker. He did come in a little bit dry, but you can see now he's starting to break a sweat. something you always look for. And here's a guy who seems ready to go. Tommy Morrison, all business, got about a 2-day growth, makes him look meaner.
He's got his game face on, huh? Well, we presume that Art Tucker will be a little tougher for Tommy Morrison than Camille Loda was. We know he's going to be tougher than Bobby Corey was. You see the knockout percentage. Morrison is a knockout artist, pure and simple. Though Art Tucker has some power.
Tucker looked at Morrison's fight, pretty good left hook. Looked at Morrison's fight against Camille Loda and said, looks to me like he could be busted up. Odom could bruise him a little bit, which he did. Tucker feels he ought to be able to do more.
Well, Tucker trying to keep his jab working, not landing.
Whoa, big left hook.
That punch was partially blocked. I'm not sure it didn't hurt Tucker.
I think it did hurt Tucker.
I can tell you something, you know? Tommy Morrison is just plain and simple a puncher, and I think while he's working on other things, I think he's almost mentally coming to the point where that's what I am. That's what I'm going to be.
Another pretty good right hand. Tucker draws a deep breath as he backs away.
I think Tommy's becoming even more of a gunslinger. You're either going to get me out or I'm going to get you out.
Well, what then happened against Ray Mercer? Here's a guy who started out.
He fought the wrong guy. That's what happened. He fought the one guy in the heavyweight division who could take his punch and who would get to him in the middle rounds. I got to tell you the truth, that was the wrong guy to fight. That was a bad decision to fight Ray Mercer. Other heavyweights might have been knocked out by his assault early in that bout.
Nice and clean, step out.
And it doesn't mean other guys wouldn't maybe knock Tommy Morrison out. It doesn't mean he doesn't have skills, but I'm saying you look at him here early, you see him, he's a gunslinger. He wants to take you out.
He's strong and he's a very good finisher.
And he's going to take some punches for his trouble. There's the uppercut by Tucker. It landed not dramatically, but it's a punch he's going to want to use. See, look when Morrison jabs his way in, though. Just those two little pity-pat jabs allowed that right hand to the body to land.
Tucker suddenly has a lot of respect for the power of Tommy Morrison.
One thing, though, so far, Morrison hasn't been that busy on the inside once he gets there. Well, we're only in the first round. Tucker's landing a few shots here and there.
Watch your head in there.
What a left hand. Right on the money. That's a good move, though. Tucker was in a situation he really could have gotten hurt. And are they going to call on a knockdown? I don't know.
Slip.
No.
Hands up.
Rudy Battle reacted well that time. Boy, that was a huge left hand.
That left hook by Morrison seems like it's getting quicker and quicker, and I don't know. It's going to hurt most people. It's going to hurt Art Tucker.
Hurt me.
Just watch it.
Relax. Relax. Slow breathing. Slow breathing. Okay, now. All right. Don't blow your nose. You got a little tight. Okay. Listen to what I'm saying now. Breathe deep and slow. We're not going to the body enough. We're not using our jab enough.
Here's Tommy Morrison landing the left hook against Art Tucker, hurting him with the punch. Take a step away to look for punching him. An excellent move by Morrison. And here he is again. Here's the hook. Well, you leave your right hand down against Tommy Morrison, you're going to get hit with the hook. And if you get hit with the hook, you're going to get hurt.
Good, sharp twos, okay? Keep your hands up on the brakes. Okay.
Stay back in the corner, Daniel. Stay back. Stay back.
So we're just about set to start the second round.
And you can hear Tommy Vergette's telling him, go to the body more. They want more body work from Morrison.
And to work the jab more. Tommy, you were talking about going to the body. Tom Vergette's is on with us right now. And Tommy, you're talking about getting a little more to the body from Tommy Morrison and also using the jab a little bit more. But you certainly have to be pleased at what your man did in the first 3 minutes.
Well, he slipped a couple of good punches and then come inside, but he hasn't. He's getting tied up too quick because he's getting inside, then trying to throw. He's got to throw a little bit earlier.
Tommy, should he be doubling with the hook to the body and the head?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. That's going to happen. That's going to happen as he slows Tucker down a little bit. We're a little concerned about the right hand, so he's being a little conservative to that side until he slows him down a little bit.
Well, there's a left hand, and that puts Tucker down on his hands at least. He never did go all the way down. Tommy, we'll let you go back to work.
Tommy, use your 7.
Well, it's simple. Oh, man. I was just going to say, it's simple. He hits you with the left hook, you're gone. Most heavyweights are going to go. Our Tucker goes. You either get him first or he gets you. That's the whole deal with Tommy Morrison.
I think that 2-word sentence that you never had a chance to finish was exactly the thing to say. It's simple.
Yeah, it is.
Boy, was that a shot?
Now, let's put it in perspective. Riddick Bowe knocked out our Tucker in 3 rounds. Tim Witherspoon knocked out our Tucker in 3 rounds. I don't know if they did it in a more devastating fashion. I don't know if that means Tommy Morrison is as good or better than Tim Witherspoon and Riddick Bowe. But I'll tell you what it does mean. And I'm going to go back to the Mercer fight. Only Ray Mercer among heavyweights, maybe somebody else would have. Not too many people would stand his power. You might hurt him, you might knock Tommy Morrison out, you might cut him, you might do bad things to Tommy Morrison. If he hits you, 9 out of 10 heavyweights are going.
Yeah, I think we said this before the Mercer fight that Morrison was really starting to make a believer out of us. I did have a bit of a question as Art Tucker is on his feet and apparently all right. I did have a little bit of a question about him, but I'll tell you what, I'm starting to be a believer again.
Well, what you're going to see here is a very quick left hook, if I am accurate in my assessment. He's looking for the hook, throws a jab. Now, the right hand is down there. The hook comes quickly. And it was a pretty short left hook, wasn't it? It wasn't a wide looping punch. And that's smart boxing. That's not just wild swinging. He waits for he sees the right hand down there. Boom. There's the hook. He sees the right uppercut, and he goes with the hook. Tommy Morrison knew that hook was available to him. And then later on, once again, he sees the right hand down there, and that hook's even better than the first one.
Boy, was it.
Is he one-dimensional? Is the left hook his big weapon? Possibly. But hey, guess what? Joe Frazier threw mostly left hooks. Got him to a world championship.
And it wasn't a bad one. Let's get the official word from Michael Buffer. Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Rudy Battle waves off the action at 1 minute and 12 seconds of the second round. Officially declared a knockout. The winner, Tommy the Duke Morrison.
Well, Tommy Morrison is a winner for yet another time. And look at that left hook. That finished the night for him and for Art Tucker. Back to talk with him right after this. Center's black. A little trivia. How do you like that? Here's Al Bernstein.
I can always count on you, Barry, for that kind of trivia. Tommy Morrison performed well again. Well is the understatement of the year, I guess. You are a gunslinger. You know, you're working on skills. You're trying to jab your way in. You're trying to work to the body and everything. But I swear it's coming down to the fact that if they don't get you, you're going to get them.
Well, what we're trying to do is, I think we'll start seeing more of the things that I've improved on. Once we get some fights, it's going to take us past the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round. At this point, it takes a few rounds for me to settle down. I try to come out a little quicker and try to establish a little bit of respect, and I think that we got that done right toward the end of the first round.
You were able to see very clearly. You knew Art Tucker wanted to land the uppercut. You were able to see very clearly where that uppercut was coming from, and you were able to get the left hook over it.
Well, we're trying to, with a taller guy, we try to pursue him in a very low, elusive, and explosive position. When I'm low, people like to try to come up on me. And when they do, I block the uppercut, and my left hook is quick enough where I can, once the right hand's coming up, I can come across. And once I land that shot, it pretty much sets up everything else for me.
Let's show a graphic example of that, Tommy. And this is where you'll see this. Here's Tucker with the uppercut, and you're going to hit him with the left hook.
Right there, and right over the top. Boom. That's one of the things that I see to be a very successful thing for me. Although we're trying to develop other parts of our arsenal, our last 3 fights have ended with right hands, and we feel that we're certainly adding some more arsenal to our offense. And as everyone knows, I'm the type of fighter. My best defense is an aggressive offense.
Well, that's true. And now, once you do that, now he's got the right hand low, and you're going to come with the hook again.
Right there. Once it worked, I think he expected me to go to the body, and so did we. But he was trying to keep me at bay, trying to keep the jab in my face and keep me from pursuing and being on the in position, because I think that he felt that once I got in there that I was the superior, stronger athlete.
Now, one thing that, as we take a look at the knockdown, one thing Tommy Vergetz was saying that they did want you to do was go to the body just a little bit more. But you know what? So I make sure I get this in. I'm going to ask Bill Caton, what about the Joe Hip fight coming up next? Is that's all set and you're all ready to do it?
It's all set. June 27th, Bally's in Reno. And Tommy is going to get ready for it.
All right, another left-hander. You had a little problem with Vaughn, the left-hander before.
That's true. Vaughn's he's a very stand-up type fighter. He moved a lot. Joe Hip is not the sort of individual that's going to outbox me. That's for sure. He's going to be right there. Him and I got similar styles. We're just I'm right-handed. He's left-handed. But I think it's going to make for a very interesting fight, and we're going to continue to train in Colorado Springs and get ready for the fight. I'd like to say hello to everybody back home.
All right, congratulations, Tommy, an excellent win. Tommy Morrison with a very good win and a performance that is becoming repetitious here on ESPN. Let's go back to Barry Tompkins.
All right, thanks, Al. Well, repetitious to be sure. In fact, Bob Canobio, one of